Guilford Night Correctional Center in Miami, Florida. And this is Eduardo Arama.
Good idea,
Arama
Goose.
is supposed to be locked up inside said facility, but he's not. And that's a problem. The inmate did not escape. Instead, a paperwork error triggered his early release into the public.
Nice.
What just happened to be his 52nd birthday. It was a nice present.
Congrats,
considering
Eduardo.
Arama still had just under a year to serve, linked to criminal mischief, probation violation, and shooting or throwing a deadly missile into a dwelling or vehicle.
What is a deadly missile that you can throw?
Throwing a missile into a dwelling or vehicle.
What does that mean?
After realizing the mistake,
What?
authorities issued warnings to the public, including this wanted flyer. Based on Arama's criminal record, his accidental
the prime
release
brick
was a
in the
serious
reset one bony.
situation. For nearly 3 days, there was no sign of Arama.
Maybe Tug.
Until he resurfaced in an unlikely place. On a Zoom call with the Miami-Dade Circuit Court. That's
Why?
Arama, who despite being aware that he's currently a wanted man, looks pretty relaxed from an undisclosed location with a friendly little pooch on his lap. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Broward County Court set
He's the
up
prime
an easily
Nate.
accessible portal for remote hearings. Prior to his release, Arama had a hearing scheduled for today that he should be joining from inside the correctional facility. But instead, it looks like he's
What?
on the patio. Despite being wanted by police, he shows up for his hearing and is even a little early. At the time, the only other person on the video call is his attorney, Assistant Public Defender Fadya Salem. But after a brief conversation,
She should've just told him to
discussing
hang
the
up.
situation with her, he hangs up before the actual hearing begins.
Mr. Arama is a sentenced inmate. He is sentenced to state prison. He was released in error.
As you know, Mr. Arama was present. His video was working. Then he turned it off.
Ms. Salem, have you spoken with him about surrendering?
Judge, I
Yeah, he said he
have
doesn't
spoken
wanna.
to him. This is his only request. He has only but a few possessions left to his name and a dog. And he's
Thanks to resub
merely
10 and
asking
gifts
for
of
the
Brian.
court to give him a date to surrender so that he can find somebody to take those possessions.
Despite the fact that Arama is supposed to be in jail, Salem continues to make the case for a little more free time for her client.
Your Honor, he's not a flight risk. You know, answers the authorities' calls, appears in court on Zoom, is not at risk for a flight. We're merely asking for a day
Thanks to resub Bay said.
so that he can get his possessions to somebody to take care of.
But
Just
Judge
let him
Marlene
go at
Fernandez
this point.
Caravanzos seems to think Arama's dog-sitting vacation has lasted long enough.
He's had that day, Ms. Salem. He was released on Monday. It's now Thursday. He surrendered today.
Eduardo Arama was taken back into custody.
I don't know what that means. Like, how did he
without incident.
throw a missile into a
The
car?
Miami-Dade Department of Corrections issued a statement saying, quote, "Our review
Oh, nice.
Now we
Just
move
kinda
on to the
big dickin'
Lake
for a
County
moment.
Common Pleas Court in Painesville,
And changed his
Ohio.
mind.
32-year-old Manson M. Bryant is in court to
Easy
receive
tier
a
1
sentence
police brutality
for
and the
aggravated
resub bong
burglary,
hits.
aggravated robbery, kidnapping, abduction, and carrying a concealed weapon, all stemming from a violent home invasion he committed with 2 others.
Easy tier 1 Cosmic Brownie and the resub Eric.
The judge
Oh,
handing
sweet.
down
Thanks,
the
Eric.
sentence is the Honorable Eugene Lucci.
What's up,
Bryant
Eugene?
has appeared before 3 previous times for different crimes. In the past, Bryant has had words with the judge during sentencing. This time around, Manson expressed remorse to the judge, saying, quote, "I've made a lifetime of bad decisions. I am truly sorry. I respect you, and I respect your decision."
Oh, that's very sweet.
That decision.
Am I free to
is
go?
about
Circle yes or no.
Court determines
Do you like me?
that his conduct and his criminal history shows that consecutive terms are needed to protect the public from future crime.
At this point, it's safe to assume that Bryant will be spending some time in prison, but just how much remains to be seen.
Court sentences you to prison on count 1, aggravated burglary, felony 1 for 8 years.
Pass him another note.
3 years on the firearm specification. Court sentences you on count 3, aggravated robbery for 8 years. Plus
Overall,
3
this isn't
years
too
on the
bad.
Firearm specification for a total
nothing.
of 22 years with credit for 231 days.
Child's play. Oh, fuck. Turns out he actually is racist. That'd be huge.
That you had a certain amount of remorse. I was mistaken. The court determined maximum imprisonment.
Well, I mean, if I steal something, I'm gonna feel kind of bad. But if I also get like sentenced for 22 years for it, I'm gonna be fucking pissed too.
Trying to calm Bryant down.
Granted, his charges are more serious, but still, you can be remorseful and still pissed.
So that's 28 years with credit for 221 days. All right, you can take them.
Bryant's outburst leads the judge to impose the maximum sentence allowed for his conviction. He'll now spend 28 years behind bars.
I mean, at that point, it doesn't matter. The extra 6 is kind of worthless.
The defendant has shown me that he
Let it ride.
has no remorse whatsoever, and therefore the court determines that maximum imprisonment is needed. He poses the greatest likelihood of recidivism.
Good word, Eugene. Excellent work.
Next up, we head to a traffic
You really nailed that
proceeding
one for
in
Scrabble.
Sacramento, California. The court clerk is waiting on
There's
the
a tier 1
defendant,
Don't
Scott
Punch Me
Green,
Man,
who's appearing
and the
today
tier 1
for
Paper
speeding
Planes, and the
license
resub
tag
Oprah,
violations.
Reaper, and the Prime Nick
There he
and
is.
Wally.
The court clerk is waiting on
There's
the
a tier 1
defendant,
Don't
Scott
Punch Me
Green,
Man,
who's appearing
and the
today
tier 1
for
Paper
speeding
Planes, and the
license
resub
tag
Oprah,
violations.
Reaper, and the Prime Nick
There he
and
is.
Wally.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Green?
Yes.
Yes, defendant Green is also Dr. Scott Green,
Hey,
a
Scott.
plastic surgeon.
Hi. Are you available for trial? It kind of looks like you're in an operating room right now.
I am, sir. I'm in the operating room. Yes, I'm available for trial. Go right ahead.
Okay, let me...
That's gonna be a horrible
remind you that
plastic
proceedings
surgery
right now,
job.
They are being live streamed on YouTube. That's because traffic trials are required by law to be open to the public. Since we're limiting physical access to the courtroom right now, that's how we're making them open to the public, okay?
Okay.
I love Zoom
Streaming or
trials.
not,
This was such a good
Dr.
idea.
Green is ready to go. The good doctor is sworn in and continues to multitask as he waits for Court Commissioner Gary Link to get things started.
So, can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Officer Monroe, Mr. Green. So, unless I'm mistaken, I'm seeing a defendant that's in the middle of an operating room, appearing to be actively engaged in providing services to a patient. Is that correct, Mr. Green?
No.
Yes, sir.
I'm at home.
Commissioner
Cosplay.
Link seems a bit concerned about Dr. Green's setting and his ability to continue the hearing while performing a facelift on a patient.
Oh, that's
I
rough.
do not feel comfortable for the welfare of a patient if you're in the process of operating that I would put on a trial, notwithstanding the fact that the officer's here today. What's,
Sir, I have another surgeon right here who's doing the surgery with me, so I can stand here and allow them to do the surgery also.
Not at all. I don't think so. I don't think that's appropriate. I think I'm going to come up with a different date when you're not actively involved.
Can we also get
participating,
his medical license taken away for this shit? Are you kidding me?
attending to the needs of a
This
patient.
is fucked up.
Looks like Dr. Green's plan isn't going over so well with the court.
I apologize, Your Honor, to the court. Sometimes surgery doesn't always go as
The court, you know,
efficiently as we
it
hope.
happens. We want to keep people healthy. We want to keep them alive. That's important.
Yeah, well, let's not get carried away. It's plastic surgery. He's probably just doing a nose job.
Although the Zoom received plenty of attention from the media, the original court business was resolved when Dr. Green paid his fines just a few days later.
Trying to find a case, Nicoletti versus Stevens, case number 067217.
I don't really know what a Jesus,
Next, we
facelift
take you
is.
inside the Oakland
I was under the
County
impression it was
Circuit
any
Court
work
in
done to the
Detroit,
face.
Michigan.
So like the nose.
Judge is Martha Anderson.
May it please the court, Your Honor. Paul Nicoletti appearing on behalf of myself.
That's attorney Paul Nicoletti, who's in court because of an
Face is
ongoing
drooping,
feud
face
with
go
a
up.
former
Got
client,
it.
Karen Stevens.
Good afternoon, Judge. Karen Stevens, in pro per for my motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
Stevens claims Nicoletti has petitioned the court for a personal protection order against her over accusations of stalking. She's here to fight the order and try to bring sanctions against Nicoletti.
My motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
I'm sorry, on his what?
I have a motion for sanctions against...
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO.
Uh-oh.
Just to clarify, the personal protection order that Stevens is referring to has not even been issued.
His petition for a PPO. Let me...
Okay, were you served?
No, I wasn't, but may I...
No, you may not.
I'm confused.
How can you ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point.
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
On what basis? There is no case before me, ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason.
I think it's a good reason. Entertainment.
Your own personal vendetta against this man. I did not issue a PPO. And here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500.
Nice, get fucked.
So not only does
Idiot.
Stevens fail to get sanctions against Nicoletti, but she's hit with a $500 fine of her own. Unhappy with the decision, she has some choice words for the judge.
Contempt of court, let's go, speedrun.
I beg your pardon?
I knew it was fixed.
Miss Stevens, I highly suggest that you just exit my courtroom and go pay the sanctions before I find you in contempt.
But the story doesn't end there.
They fight.
Through a clerical mistake, Stevens is back before Judge Anderson.
Oh god,
4
welcome
months
back.
later.
Now they're friends? Let's go.
Court, Karen Stevens?
Miss Stevens, the last time you appeared in court, the court ordered that you pay $500 in costs. The clerk's office made a mistake with respect to your credit card, and only $5 was assessed as opposed to the $500. When the clerk's office attempted to correct the mistake they made, you basically objected to your credit card company, and that brings you here today.
As you said, Billy.
Do you have the $495?
I have not played that, don't punch me.
Owed?
I have my credit card, but I did file an objection and an answer to this order to show cause that wasn't properly served. Didn't have an affidavit of merit.
Looks like Stevens still wants to discuss the protection order, but Judge Anderson isn't having it.
Miss Stevens, do you have $495 with which to pay today?
I just said I have my credit card. I do not have cash.
Very well then, Miss Stevens. You may go down to the clerk's office, pay $495 forthwith to take care of the $500 that this court assessed you the last time you were here.
But Karen Stevens isn't one to go quietly.
Let's go, Karen.
So what statutes or court rules you rely on to sanction me in the first place? That's part of due process.
Miss Stevens, do you wish to comply with my request, or do you wish me to find you?
Is it a court order? I need a court order.
Miss Stevens, my clerk will call down to the clerk's office and let them know you are coming.
There will be no court orders, what you're saying?
Miss Stevens, please do as I've directed you to do. Thank you.
Stevens ultimately lost her feud with the judge and Nicoletti. She was not only ordered to pay the fine she owed the court, but Nicoletti's attorney's fees as well.
Hey, happy ending.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E.
Good work, Karen. She did pretty well, all things considered. I think that art degree that she had really paid off there in court. She was able to hold her own. Man claims he robbed the bank to pay for daughter's cancer treatment. Well, that just sounds sad all around. Neighbors' messy fight over trash can placement.
If parking and
Makes me
trash
some
issues
taco
can
and
separately
souls.
cause friction between neighbors, together, things can get very messy indeed. Like in Toledo, Ohio, where this woman is moving her neighbor's trash cans out of the way. They are blocking the parking spot in front of her house. Her neighbor doesn't think she's done anything wrong.
Thanks, Reese, about him.
You have the right to park in front of your house. It's a public street. I can have 7 cars parked on the street. It don't matter.
And supported by her husband, She starts to move them right back.
Oh god. It's about to get wild.
To be outdone, the woman's friend just wheels them away again. The woman is now trying to park.
Hey, whoa now. Not the recycling bin. Have some decent. Oh boy, now you've done it.
But with both sides now locked in a standoff, tempers, like the trash cans, are about to spill over.
Oh! What the fuck is going on? Hey, now what the fuck is this? My garbage! My precious garbage! No!
Littered with garbage.
It's all over this place now.
This trash tit for tat is not over yet. The woman in purple is determined to have the last word.
Nice.
Police later arrive, and this woman is fined for dumping trash illegally on the street. The neighbors no longer live next door to each other.
I was expecting something a little bit wilder. That was pretty tame, all things considered. I would say that the guy should also get charged, considering he's the one that started the dumping. Whew. One that started the dumping. Whew. Judge ignores pandemic rules. Oh, we've seen this one. Wait, this is just a straight up re-upload. We've seen that. Yeah, there's some new slapping that we'll watch in just a minute. I wanted to catch up here. Angry judge keeps raising sentence. We've also seen this. What the fuck? These are re-uploads. Man slams door on thief breaking into his car.
45 miles northwest of Chicago is the city of Crystal Lake, Illinois, home to Aaron and Samantha Helmer and their 3 children.
Our neighborhood is nice, quiet, suburban American neighborhood. We've lived here for 4 years. We get along with all
what did
our
he say?
neighbors out here.
At 3 a.m. one morning, Aaron is awoken by an intruder alert from his home security system. A stranger has walked onto his driveway and tried the door of his unlocked car.
I look at my phone and see that my car door is wide open and the light is on. Didn't really think about if the guy had a weapon at all. I just knew that I didn't want somebody in my car.
Oh my God.
Good work.
I slammed the car door shut on him just to kind of stun him because I didn't know what kind of size person he was when I first ran up to him.
Oh my God.
I'm 260 pounds. I'm a big guy. He was about 120 pounds soaking wet.
Drop whatever you have in there, okay?
So I pissed on him.
All right. You okay? Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I think this kid was scared that I came outside of my underwear.
What do you have in there?
Thanks, resub King Laven and Penguins fan and Clip Clop.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, I
With
was
its
scared
panda.
doing that.
I was trying to make money or something. I'm hiring. Everybody's hiring. Yeah. So much. I don't want to explain it.
Aaron called my phone, and
Long story short, now that guy's the CEO of my
I
company.
like to sleep, so I was not very happy that I got woken up to some kid breaking in her car.
Is my wallet in there?
So when I walked out, I just said it like right away, like call the police. Like, why are we standing here? What the f you doing?
I'm really sorry.
But then like I saw it was a kid, and I could see that like Aaron was kind of unsure of how to.
Aaron's looking good right now.
I just went into mom mode. What else you got? What else did you steal from other people?
Just some watermelon.
How old are you?
17.
What the f?
I know, I'm sorry.
You trying to go to jail?
Thanks to Prime Hike and the resub Bat Meg and Magic Harp.
He was a young kid. If you call the cops on him right away, that could scar a young kid on his record. I used to get into trouble when I was younger, and I didn't want that.
How many other houses did he hit so I can get this back?
Honestly, I just wanted to get through to him like how stupid what he was doing.
Well, let's beat his ass. Fuck it. Let's really teach him a lesson.
If he would have caught the wrong house, he could have got shot over like a couple of dollars.
I think this is your lucky break, man.
Yeah. We talked for about 10 minutes or so. He never tried to run at all.
Where do you live?
I don't know that he was a neighbor, but I never ran into him before.
Still live at home with your parents?
Yeah.
Where do they think you are?
Empty the rest of your pockets.
So he had about...
Hit him with the car door again.
Sunglasses, around 5 pairs of prescription glasses, about $5, $10, like $20. He had a pocket knife on him, and he had a bag of Skittles.
Learn your lesson.
Oh, they shook him down.
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Think about it.
We let him go before we called the police to come get the things. It's not ours. We wanted to get back to the people that it belongs to.
He stole Skittles, sunglasses, and $20. I don't think they're that upset about it.
No.
Especially judging by this driveway.
He was apologizing that he would never do it again. And I think he got away with it once or twice and then realized the severity of it. If he does get caught, what kind of consequences come next.
I don't know. I think we made a good team of good cop, bad cop.
I'm going to fucking bed.
Exit Tier 1 Captain Knuckles.
Him and his parents would appreciate how the situation was handled. I mean, we still really don't know the full reason of why he was doing what he was doing. So as long as he took something away from it, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, you turned his life around, I bet. Thanks the resub, Helio. Midwest girls fly to LA to stay with mystery men. What? What does that even mean? What show is this? Airline?
At the other end of the terminal, Lisa and her friends Melissa and Amy have just arrived on a flight from Ohio.
Ohio again, huh?
Lisa is meeting up with her friend Ollie, who she met on vacation in South Carolina. She hasn't seen him for 3 months.
They're picking us up from the airport. Can't look like this. We just got off of a 4-hour flight, so our hair's flat and makeup's nasty. We're Abercrombie models and they're hot. And we're Southern girls and we're losers. So we definitely gotta look good for them.
These dudes could look like 2 buttholes collided. Like, there's no guarantee they're good looking.
Getting ready right now. Trying to look pretty. You know, trying. She says they're gorgeous, so we might not get them. But it's okay.
What is it? I'm just curious. I need
well,
to know
we're
what
meeting.
Yolanda checks in on the girls.
You're meeting your friends who you've never seen?
I've seen them, but we've not met his friends.
And so he's introducing your 2 friends to
There's
2
the
of his
prime
friends.
shitbox and Spaghetti Man and Kid with a helmet.
And what are you guys going to do while you're out here?
Just see everything, I guess. See all the beaches he's showing us and just party. And party.
Lisa and her friends Melissa and
I want to
Amy
see these
are
dudes. Where they at?
anxious about meeting the boys.
Look at me, I'm a wreck. I'm so nervous. I'm like so nervous for real, and that's for real.
Thanks to Prime Aaron.
Because I don't know what to do when I see him. Should I just be like, hey,
It's
what's
James
going on? Or
Franco.
should I be like, give him a kiss, or I don't know what to do. Hug him, give him a hug. That's all you say. Here we go, Lisa. Outside.
Hey.
This is Ali. That's the guy we're meeting.
Hello.
Hey! You're on TV. What's up, man? Oh, he's not an ugly guy at all.
Girls came a long way. I hope it's worth it. They came a long way. This is the one you met.
Yeah.
And so you got friends. Where are they?
In that tower right
I want to see the gang. Where the boys at? The bang bus. Well, that worked out for the best for everyone, I guess. Good for them.
They're not that gullible. I schooled them, so you take care of them, okay? I think they're excited to be here, and they'll have a good time.
Thanks for 2 gift subs, shitbox.
And
Thanks, Knuckles. Well, congratulations. Good work, ladies. Alright, let's catch up on some slap fight.